On back, you guys. So we're getting started on the 14th episode of the Paladins podcast, which I need to correct that because she said bugcast. How dare I?
Bugcast.
It's the bugcast. Hi, Small. Thank you. Today we're talking about pairing items, talents, and builds. And we, of course, have our trio. This is myself, Senor Tino,
Yo.
and Patats,
No.
Mr. Sexy Potato. Excuse me. Excusez-moi.
Right.
Hey, ma'am. Alright, so we've got a lot to talk about, and this is going to be really good for those of you that are kind of newer to the game, coming over and not really understanding why you need to pair these things, why they go together. We're going to kind of give you a general summary of these things and then give you some examples, like kind of like we usually do, you know. So I'm going to leave that one there, but I'm going to get rid of this one because yeet, not the whole thing. I don't need all this here. And I don't need those.
There's so many boxes.
I know. Because realistically, we don't... I could probably just, like, move this over here. I want them to be more like this. Like, linear, because we obviously are going to be writing a lot. And then get rid of this. Move this down here. This over here. Okay. Now that I'm done nitpicking at this fucking thing. I'm like this.
You just don't use the actual app for the computer, Allie. You do it on the browser. You don't actually have the Canva app on downloaded?
I do, but sometimes for certain things, I do prefer the PC version.
Oh, okay.
Just
I feel
because
that with like some of the like Microsoft Excel stuff, I use it on the daily, but I'm just, even though I have the desktop application, I still prefer the web version sometimes.
Yeah. I was like that with Google Docs as well. Like I was always that way. Thank you for the lurk, bitter. All right, this is better. I probably should swap the colors because that's gonna bother me that the yellow is close to the yellow and the blue is close to the blue. OCD. All right, that's better. I'm deciding on this. Is it? So first we can get into the pairing items. Ooh. Let me select this. We'll do that one first. And then go for bullet points. Alright, let me make this smaller. And then I'll zoom in so the viewers can see. So pairing items. Just kind of as a broad getting into it, you know how when we get into games and we're picking certain characters, we already pretty much know, alright, I need this and this. But how does one know that? For the newer players, like how does one know that? We've seen what some of these newer players be buying. And obviously it don't make no sense. And so what is a cut and dry way that we could get into this without sounding condescending or, like just really informative? Because when we're saying pairing items is very, very, like it can mean anything.
Please don't ever buy master writing on a small map. Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Maps that don't have like a quick shortcut to the point.
Yeah, there's no need to waste an item slot for master writing on small maps. It's just unnecessary. Unless you're trying to just troll.
Right, like pretty much any of the classic onslaught maps.
Mm-hmm.
Why you buying master riding?
Unless you're like,
You can almost run there
honestly,
just as fast.
honestly, unless you're being a sweaty little flank. Because I know a lot
some
of
of the
DPS and flanks
Yeah.
love to get that and just rush. So unless you're planning on
Right.
fully rushing and sealing the deal, because if you do that and then you're just
Right, it's like,
retreating,
okay, yeah.
not doing anything.
If you dive and do some shit, then
Yeah.
it's acceptable. But
Yeah.
if you just go in and die, then I
Master feeding. That's why people say
Yeah,
master
That's why we
feeding.
call it master feeding. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say another thing for pairing items, if you are a champion who is planning on spamming abilities, you're probably going to want to rush Chronos.
Yeah.
Example, Azan, he and Anara, some of the tanks, they have longer cooldowns, like Makoa too, but their abilities are super impactful, especially Makoa. Loves that Chronos for his hooks and his shields.
Yeah,
Because he's so hard to kill when he has those up.
Well, if you really think about it, Chronos actually gives certain characters, like you said, actually a little bit more survivability because with that little bit of extra cooldown, that hook could save your life. That shell could save your life.
And not only yours,
know?
someone else's too.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
your teammates. Mhm.
Exactly.
But like champions such as like Victor or Vivian, for example, their abilities aren't as impactful. The majority of their impact is coming from their basic weapon shots and stuff. So they may impact more from buying trigger scent, for example. If they can get the eliminations, increasing their weapon damage where the most of their impact is coming from,
right.
can be really beneficial.
For someone
in
like,
that
Vivian.
instead of Chronos.
In
I mean,
tandem.
unless you're going, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say that in tandem with the life rip though. Like, because I see a lot of Vivians doing that now. Like the life rip, trigger scent. And honestly, if you're going the what is it, never ending.
Does buff up life rip. That is true.
It does. It really does.
Because it goes off a percent base from how much damage you're doing.
That's why I do so much damage on Toman when I do, because like literally I'm just rushing fucking life rip and goddamn trigger scent with him. So funny. Well, I don't really rush life rip with him. I used to, but now I'm noticing if I rush trigger scent first and then get life rip, I get more out of that for some reason other than what I used to do, which is rush the life rip and then get trigger scent. Because I feel like at that point the game's already almost over. You've already had your time to do so doing the damage early on really can shift the game.
I think another thing that is a good item pairing would be veteran with either or, maybe even Haven and arcane warding.
I do that a lot
because they both give you a pretty good survivability boost, but they do it in different ways that stack. So you can get more health. And then if you're taking less damage on that more health,
what's
it's
the new
almost
Haven
like a double
called?
dipping into your survivability.
I forgot.
Arcane warding.
What's the other one?
And crap. Hold on,
I know. I'm having a fucking brain fart right
Haven. No, wait. No, Haven's the old one.
The old one, yeah.
Armor plating.
Thank you. I was like, what the fuck is it called?
I'm literally imagining the symbol. I'm like, what is that?
Me too. I was staring at the symbol, and I'm like, what the fuck? I can't remember what it is. Why do they have to change that? I literally cannot.
Right, especially because it has the same icon and everything too.
Yeah.
That's why people still say Unbound instead of Rezil.
Wait,
no.
I say Rezil. Yeah, sometimes I still say Rezil. Any other ones?
I think another good. Well, okay.
Sorry, Tachi.
No, I'm trying to think. I was trying to think.
Itachi, help us out. Pairing items. What are some good combinations? This is towards newer players to help them know what to buy.
If they have, a lot of CC, they have boops. Well, I guess that's really situational. What I'm trying to say.
Well, I could put that in the in parentheses, situational.
Situational. If they have both types of CC, getting Unbound and whatever the new one is. Old Illuminate. I'm brain farting.
Sentinel, right?
Sentinel, yes. Um, if they have, for example, who's good with that? Ash. Ash is a good example of that. She has 2 boops and a very powerful stun on her ult. Torvald has his Nullify, which would be unbound, but his ultimate is countered by Sentinel, actually. You get pushed back less.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
Those kind of things.
Because I stopped paying attention. When they changed it, I was like, man, I just, like, started understanding that shit.
Right. So, like, the breakdown on that is any knock up or knock back is Sentinel. I think it also includes slows. So,
yeah.
Interesting.
Crowd control stuns.
So that double dips
backs.
on Torvald, because he slows when he nullifies, but the nullify is actually a silence when it's considered CC, so it is countered by Unbound. But the slow effect is also countered by Sentinel.
Technically, you would still have to buy.
Realization of myself.
Yeah, you still would have to technically buy both to actually counteract all of fucking.
Tachi had a good example too.
Hold on, wait.
Life
If
Rip, Death
enemy
Hand.
team has a lot of crowd control stuns, knock up. Did I miss one? You said something else, I think.
Oh, I was just trying to give examples of the different types of CC. I can't remember exactly what I was saying. Enemy team has a lot of crowd control stuns, knockups, knockbacks.
I guess Torvald's nullify, like you mentioned.
So, knockups and knockbacks paired with a stun or a cripple root, etc. kind of
Right.
thing. So if they have a knockup and knockback, also having the silence, the cripple, things like that. That's when buying both of them, it can be beneficial. As far as pairing the items.
Oh, bruh. Okay. Where's that fucking one symbol at? This one. And then, buying... Oh, Jesus Christ, I cannot type. Doing it for fucking 8 hours and my brain's like, nope. Okay, buying, what was it? Unbound... How the fuck do you spell it? Sentinel.
S-E-N-T-I-E-O.
Now.
Right?
No.
Isn't there another N?
N-E-L. Yeah, I-N-E-L.
Wait, is there one N or two? Why? What?
S-E-N-T-I-N-E-L.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Jesus.
Yeah, it has small put in.
Like this? I was trying to autocorrect me to the N. Wait, did I add an extra E like an idiot? I think I did. I'm high as fuck.
I would just change the wording up a little bit. A lot of different types of crowd control. Because, like, if all they have is knockups and knockbacks, you only want to buy Sentinel. You don't want to buy Unbound.
Right. So, wait. Buying Unbound, or Sentinel or Unbound. Ooh. Let me copy this. If needed. Unbound.
Or instead of just or, just write do the and/or. So like it's either you can buy both or you can just.
Well, I'm gonna put if needed because I feel like that gives
okay.
context to, you know, kind of playing off of
Right, since it is
situational.
situational.
Yeah, it's just kind of as needed because again, you could see that okay, there's a Torvald or okay, there's an Amani or okay, there's an Ash, but maybe they're poo. You know what I mean? You've seen me plenty of times go against a BK and I don't automatically buy. What is it? Unbound. I wait to see what they're gonna do because not all the time are they gonna do really anything.
Yeah.
So it's not always needed. And then Itachi said Life Rip Def Hands for a lot of hit scan champs. Ooh, good one.
Because that's where they're getting their impact is from that life rip. So being able to continuously just pump those shots out, not having.
Yeah. Oh, heads.
Good.
Hi. I put heads. Deft heads. What the fuck?
Death Heads.
Death
What
Heads.
what's that? That sounds like a band. A Paladins band, Death Heads.
Paladins and
The Paladins, Death Heads. Yo, that sounds like a sick metal band. Hello? Joe goes. Rom. Just a song about those two. Sorry, you guys. I'm a whole ass nerd. You know this. I'm sorry. Today, I made my coworker Kurt. I'll miss him because he was like the only guy in the whole office, and he was gay, but he was like an older man, like really old, and he was just so funny. And earlier today, he asked me, "Where did they find you?" And I looked at him. I said, "Honey, the bottom of the barrel." And he just fucking choked on his coffee. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I said, "Kurt, you walked right on into that. I'm sorry. Like, I got him like 3 times back to back. Like." I had to do it silently the way I did it too, because I made friends with a lot of with people that they're gonna be like asking, I don't want to answer over and over again, so I just was like, let me do this shit, kind of slip away in the night type of shit.
Slip away in the night. I feel that.
Well, during the day, I guess, but you know what I mean. All right, so we pretty much covered pairing items. So, honestly, I don't even need these boxes down here, because I could just redo another big box, really, and split this up into 3. I just liked how they looked. I was trying to keep them, but no. I have no use for them. So, get deleted. Oh my god, can this...
Yeetus deletus?
Oh, we've got an ad. Hold on. Let that run.
Oh?
Let that
I'm
run,
so bad
girl.
about just like automatically dismissing it.
Well, and I mean, we're kind of in the nitty gritty of it, so even if we dismiss it, I think we only get like 3 times, so eventually it'll just...
Yeah, you only get
True.
3 dismisses, and the dismisses don't
That's
even
kind
match
of
up
honestly
well.
the reason why I have it set up this way, though, is because this avoids pre-rolls, so people could come right into stream and not have ads when I first start. But the reason why I used to have pre-rolls on was because no one really came first thing. People take a minute to come in. But then people did start coming in the beginning and complaining about the pre-roll, so it's like I've always got to change it according to what we got going on.
The flow of your fucking audience.
Basically, catering to y'all hoes. You better.
I'm a hoe in a different area code. I'm a
You
loyal
right.
hoe.
You better. That was a Jamie moment. You definitely did what Jamie would have done if he was in this VC right now. I could just hear him saying that.
Channeled my inner Jamie.
Literally. Took a little bit, get jiggly with it.
Get jiggly with it.
Da-na-na-na-na. Just see him now fucking twerking. I tried to teach him how to twerk. Hell, to dance to salsa. He wasn't having it.
Just
He
teach
was-
him the Tina twerk. It's
He just
good.
looked at me and goes, I'm white, babe. Alright, let me go check on these pork chops since the ad is on. And I'm going to pause the recording.
Heard.